I'm going to explain about the remaining part of chapter 8, that is Introduction to HTML. If you missed the first part, you can check the previous video. So at first we'll get in HTML H and tag. H means heading and N stands for an integer number. There are 6 levels of headings in HTML. Headings are mainly used to give headings to a page. You will get 6 type of headings in HTML. H1 2 till H6. H1 is the largest one and H6 is the smallest one. For example, suppose we have a page HTML body. Here H1, this is a heading, or this is heading level 1. Close H1. Again, suppose H6, this is heading level 6. Close H6. Now close the body and close the HTML. Here I have skipped the head part. So in sometimes we can skip head parts in HTML documents. First save the page. Now go to browser and open the file. As here you can see, the first line is displayed in a very large font or in size, and it's in bold characters, and the last line where I have written H6, it's in smallest one. So this way we can give headings to our page. Suppose after H1 I have written H3. H3, this is heading level 3. Save the page, go to browser and reload it. So here you will see the H1 is the largest one, 3 little smaller than the H1, and the 6 one is the most smallest one. This way we can give headings to our page. The next tag is paragraph tag. Paragraph tag are mainly used to define paragraph in our HTML document. While writing an HTML document, all kinds of spaces are ignored, including blank lines, enter keys, and etc. Suppose here I am written, this is an heading. After that I have left some empty lines. Then I wrote here, this is paragraph 1. Again I have given some spaces. Here I have written, this is paragraph 2. I have saved the page. Let's see how it will display in browser. So in browser you will see that paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 displayed in same line, because HTML ignore all the new lines, spaces and all. If you want to give a new line, we can use either BR or P tag, paragraph. So if we add a P tag in paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, then let's see the difference. Paragraph 1 and suppose this one is paragraph 2. Now save the page and reload the page in your browser. So here you will see now paragraph 1 in first line and paragraph 2 in second line. In paragraph tag there are some attributes. They are align. We can align the paragraph in 4 ways in HTML. Left, by default it is left only. We can make it either right, center and justify. To make it justify, we have to write some more text. For that first we'll copy something. Suppose this part, I have copied this text. Here in paragraph 1, just paste some part of the paragraph and write at P align equal right, and next paragraph P align equal justify. Let's paste the copied text here. Now open it in browser, save the page, go to browser and reload. So here you will see the output like this way. The first paragraph is aligned in right hand side, and the second paragraph, the both sides are equal, right hand side and left hand side, because the alignment is justify. When you make alignment as justify, it automatically adjusts the side of the pages. If we write the alignment as center, then see what happens. Suppose in place of justify, I have written as center, CNTR. Save the page, go to browser and reload. So here you will see the last paragraph, the example word is displayed at the center position. So in a paragraph tag you will get just one attribute, that is alignment. In alignment you can put 4 values, either left, right, center or justify. If you write left, then the paragraph will start from left hand side. If you write right, then the paragraph will start from right hand side. And if you write center, the paragraph will align as center, and justify, it will adjust the side of the pages. Now we have BR tag. BR tag is similar to P tag. It also insert a new line in our web page. You have studied that a web browser does not recognize the breaks. Means if we leave multiple spaces or multiple lines blank, and if we open it, then it will just ignore the multiple spaces or breaks. So if we want to give some breaks or insert a new line, then you must enter BR tag. For example, suppose I want to write numbers 1, 2, 3 in each number in one line. So 1 BR, 2 BR, 3 BR, and so on. Now save the page, go to browser, reload. Here you will see the number is 1, 2, 3. Now again go to the page. Let's remove 1 BR from here and see the output. I have removed the BR from number 2. So here you will see that 2 and 3 are together because I have removed BR from 2. That's why there is no new line. If I want a new line after 2, then I must write BR tag after 2. So I have to add BR here. After BR we have no BR or no break tag. The opposite of BR is no BR. It is used to prevent any line break in the text enclosed between the tags. It forms a container element that takes place between this tag displayed in a single line, which may result in horizontal scrolling. Suppose we have a very long line, but I want to display the line or sentence in just one line only. I don't want multiple lines. Means then we can use no BR, and here you can write your complete line. Suppose I have this much text and I want this all the text in one line. After writing the text, close the BR, no BR. Now save. Save the page, go to browser and reload it. So as here you can see, the complete paragraph is displayed in one line. So this is the uses of no BR tag. If you want to display something in just one line in a page, then you can use BR. And remember one thing, BR tag is an empty tag and no BR tag is an container tag. BR tag doesn't have any closing, but no BR tag has closing. So this is the main difference between BR and no BR. After that we have bold, italics, underline and strike through, subscript, etc. these tags. First let's have example of bold tag. Bold tag is also work like similar as HN tag, but HN tag is mainly used to define headings. Bold text is used to attract attention from the readers. When you want to point some important parts in your page, then you can use BR. Bold tag help to display text in bold. It is a container element. The text written between B and B tags appear darker than the rest of the tag. Suppose this is an example of, here I have written B, then bold, B close, text, BR, save the page and go to the browser, reload the page. As here you can see, the bold character is displayed in darker than the other text because I have applied B tag here, and bold tag is an container tag. You must close the B. After bold we have underline. Suppose same this way only. This is an example of underline tag. For underline you will write U, then the text whatever you want to line it. Text, then BR. Save the page, go to browser and reload. Here you will see the underlined word is displayed. In the underlined word you will see a underline because I have written U tag within the underlined word. Underline tag helps to underline the text. It is a container tag. Whatever you will write within underline or U tag, it will display in underline form. And if you want to display something in italic form, then you can use I tag. So for example, this is an example of italics. For italics we will write I. Italics tag. So BR for a new line, save it and let's reload the page. Here you will see the italics word is displayed in italics form because I have written I tag within the italics text. That's why it is displayed in italics form. Whatever you will write within I tag, it will display in italics form, and the italic tag or I tag is an container tag. After italic we have strike through. Suppose strike through tag is used to strike a line through middle of the text. For example, let's see. Go back to the text editor. So this is an example of, here you will write strike, STRIKE. Then write the text whatever you want to write. Strike through, then strike close. So let's see the output. Open the browser, reload. here you will see the strike through words have an strike line in the middle of the text, because I have written strike word within the strike through text. Then we have superscript. Superscript is mainly used to write mathematical equations in a web page. Suppose I want to write x square or some expressions, then we can use superscript. Suppose I want to write x square plus y square, then we will write first x, then the square symbol should go above the x, so we will write SUP. SUP stands for superscript. Then 2 after x square, suppose plus symbol is there, again y. Oh, superscript tag is an container tag, so we must close it. After writing 2, close the SUP2, then y, SUP2, SUP close. After that give BR, save the page, go to browser and reload it. So here you will see the 2 are displayed above the x and y. To write mathematical equations, we will use superscript text. Then we have subscript. If you want to write scientific elements, symbols, etc., like H2O, CO2, means if you want to display some text below the word or the letter, then you can use subscript. For example, suppose I want to write H2O, then first write H, then SUB, sub also a container tag, so closing is required. Then O, BR. BR is not necessary, as I want a new line, that's why I am giving here BR. Then go to browser and reload the page. After reloading the page, you will see that the 2 is displayed below the H. So this way you can write scientific formulas in HTML. Superscript, it's display the text above the word or a text, and subscript, it display the text below the text. Then we have center tag. If you want to display something at the center position of the text, then you can use center tag. For example, suppose I want to write here something in center. First write center. So whatever you will write within this center, within this tag, it will display at the center position of your page. Suppose my name is ... Close center, save the page, go to browser and reload it. After reloading, you will see my name is displayed at the center position, because whatever you will write in within center, it will display at the center position of the text, and it is a container tag. The center tag have a closing. Then we have horizontal tag, or in short HR. HR is an empty tag. It is used to draw a horizontal line in the page. Suppose I want a horizontal line after H2O, then just after H2O write HR. Save the page, go to browser and reload it. So here you will see one horizontal line after H2O. Just a simple line. But if you want some decorative line, like you want to change the color, you want a more thicker line and all, then you can use the attribute of HR tag. The HR tag have this attribute, size. Size means the thickness of the line. By default it is 1 pixels. You can make it more dark, like 2, 3, 4 and so on. Then we have a color. The default color is gray. You can change it to any color. Then the line width, by default it is 100%. You can make it 50% or in pixels. And alignment, you can make it either left, right, center, etc. And no shade. If you see properly in that horizontal line, you will see a shading. If you don't want that shade, you can write no shade. Let's have an example. Suppose I want an horizontal line that have the size of that line is 5 pixels. For that I will write size equal 5 and the color should be in blue, so I will write color. So color spelling in HTML or in any programming language, we will write color spelling as COLOR, not COLOUR. You will write COLOR. Then the color name, as I want blue, so BLUE within double quotes. Then alignment, suppose I want the line at the center position, then center. After alignment, the width, suppose I want the 50% of my page, so width equal 50%. Then suppose I don't want any shadow in my line, then I can write no shade. Now save the page and just reload it. As here you can see, the line is displayed in blue color. Here is no shading and the line is displayed at the center position of the text with 50% width. If I want the line in right hand side, just change align equal right. And suppose I want the line more bigger, I want 70%, like in place of 50, 70. Then go to browser, just reload it. So here you will see the line is displayed in the right hand side and it is in 70% of the page. Then we have a comment tag. Comment tag are mainly used to give a description of the tags. Whatever we'll write inside the comment tag, it doesn't display on the page. Actually it is used to describe the tag or describe the code, and these are mainly required when your page contains thousands lines of code. Sometimes it is very difficult to manage the codes, so you can write some comments. Means why you are using that code, about that you can write some comments. Suppose in before HR I want to write a comment that it is used to define horizontal line of the page. So to write a comment, first we will give an angle bracket, then exclamatory sign, 2 dash symbol, then here you will write your comment. Like suppose this is a horizontal line. Then again to closing the comment, 2 dash symbol, then angle bracket close. So this part, whatever I wrote here, this is an horizontal line, it will not display on the page. Let's see the output. So output is similar, you will not see the comment. But if you see the source of the page, here you will see the comment. This one, this is horizontal line. Comment tag is a container tag, means you must close the comment. It is used to increase the readability of the code. The comment do not get executed, thus you do not see the effect on the web page. Whatever you write on the comment tag, it is just ignored by your browser. So for today's video, this much only. We'll discuss the remaining part of the lesson in a next video. Till then, take care. Bye.